Hey, how's it going? I am coming from my car, because I am headed out on another camping trip. Might notice my mood is a little not as excited as it was before. I am just stressed. I'm very, very stressed, which is probably evident by my skin. If you've noticed, I'm breaking out quite terribly. I have the curse of genetic acne. I've done it all before you want to give me your tips and tricks and this and that. I've been seeing a dermatologist since I was 14, 15. I've done everything you possibly can do. I've done Accutane. Accutane worked until now. And I need to go back, but the United States healthcare is expensive, and I'm on a budget, so I'll feel better once I get there. I've just got a lot going on these days, and I'm stressed, so I'm gonna go to the woods, and I'll take you along. After a 3.5-hour drive, getting lost twice, I've made it. I'm in a kind of better mood. This place is adorable. So on this trip, I rented a cabin. It has no electricity, it has no running water. I'm trying out a lot of it's not so much local, but I'm trying out a lot of the campgrounds in my area to see what I like. And I love camping, and I have a couple days here. It's a little bit longer than my last trip, so I treated myself. So let me show you this, because this is really, really cute. Just a little bunkhouse. Can fit quite a few people in here. There's a guy looking at me already. Guess I'll keep that close. I think I'm actually gonna sleep up top, because why not? And there's a skylight instead of down here. It's been a long day. I will talk to you once I bring all my stuff inside. There's certainly a chance that people can hear me and see me, so this is new. Also, we're bouncing a lot. I'm sorry. Oh. Round 2. I am in Ithaca, New York. This is definitely more of a family-friendly campground. The other one was too. Trying out different locations, and I just needed to get away, and I booked this place. I'm gonna step off the road so I don't get ran over. I have no real plan. It is starting to rain. It's gonna start raining pretty hard here. Talk to you back at the cabin. I don't want to get you wet. For sure not the smartest. I just spent 15 minutes trying to get good lighting in here and thinking I didn't have anything to set the camera on when I just could have grabbed one of the stools. Let's chat. So it's raining, obviously. Tried to go for a little walk. I still did, but it got, I didn't get very far and it started absolutely pouring. I'm on my second solo camping trip. cabin trip. This one's a little different. I'm trying out a bunch of different locations in this area, and this one came up. I booked this back in January, actually. These are all brand new. This campground redid all their cabins, and they're adorable. They're kind of like mid-century modern-esque, and they're really cute. I really like them. Let's bring it down to my level. If I use the footage in the beginning of this video, I was clearly having a hard time. So let's talk about what's going on, because these videos are going to end up being quite personal. I don't have a garden to solely make content on. And I love to film, and I love to share. And I'm realizing that I'm apprehensive to share more of myself, because sharing yourself on the internet just opens up judgment. And judgment is fine. You know what? It is what it is. I'm having a hard time managing the future at this point. My day-to-day is going quite well. I have a good job. What's going on right now is I had my apartment for a year, and my lease ends in the end of December, and what I really want is to buy a house. If you have tried to buy a house in the last year and don't have hundreds of thousands of dollars in cash laying around in New York State, then you're not having a good time. Let's just put it that way. I actually looked at a house and I put in an offer. I'm putting in an offer. And I've just found the process to be incredibly discouraging. This house needs a lot of work. And anything in my price range is going to need a lot of work, and I'm okay with that. You guys have seen me. I'm a doer. I like doing that kind of thing. I really like making it my own. So I'm completely fine with the fact that it needs a lot of work. What I'm not fine with is the fact that everything's going 80 grand over asking price. And something that needs, quite frankly, a lot of structural work, to go 80 grand over what they're asking just seems a little ridiculous. And I know that's just the world we live in right now, and that's the economy, and no one's having a good time, but I try really, really hard with everything in life to stay on the sunny side, to look at the positives, the possibilities. So I'm putting in this offer. The realtor told me, basically, that I don't have a shot at all, and I should keep dreaming. So I'm going to keep dreaming. I'm going to dream that this is possible. I'm going to dream that maybe this house is for me. And if I don't get it, it's not for me, and there's more houses, and that opens up a whole new possibility for me, because to be quite frank with you, I don't necessarily know where exactly I want to settle down. I don't. Which sounds crazy to be putting in an offer in a house, not knowing exactly where you want to be. I have certain regions, if I'm staying in New York State, where I'd like to be. There's part of me that really wonders if New York State is where I'm meant to be. I'm born and raised here. Most of my family's here. It's a gorgeous state. There's a lot to explore. There's a lot of different locations. It's not, if you're not from New York, it's not all a city. It's not even close to all a city. Most of it is country. We have mountains, we have beaches, we have the Great Lakes, we have the Finger Lakes. New York is beautiful. But a lot like most other places, New York is very expensive. New York has very high taxes. And that's why a lot of people leave. Of course, I'm afraid of the financial. Being a single woman on a single salary. Finances are something I have to worry about and have to budget for. And I don't make a ton of money. I would love to make more money, to be honest with you. And outside of my full-time job, I'm thinking about starting other streams of revenue, other streams of revenue, just to see what I can do with that money, whether it just be assisting me in everyday life or looking towards the future to see if I can stack that money and do something else with it. Finances make me very uncomfortable, to be honest with you. I come from humble beginnings. I do not come from a super wealthy family. I come from a family of blue-collar workers, which is why I know how to do a lot of the things I know how to do now, and I'm very grateful for that. I'm absolutely grateful for that, but it also taught me to look at money very differently than I think most people look at money, and I'm finding that out in my adult life. When I meet people that had just a different upbringing than me, they look at money very differently. I'm of the idea that you make what you have enough. It's hard. It is hard in today's economy to make what you have enough when, quite frankly, a lot of what we have is not enough. Inflation is real, and I have to budget and I have to be strict with it, and these little trips are my way of splurging, to be frank with you. But I guess that's what's heavy on my mind. Finances are heavy on my mind. The future's heavy on my mind. And what I do is come to the woods to escape that. Not to run away from it, but to maybe process it in a way that's one step removed from the other stressors of my everyday life. There's been a lot of stress, and I used to deal with my stress by walking out my back door and standing in my garden for hours, and I can't do that anymore. Someday I will own a house again. Someday I will have a garden again. It's all just going to take time, and I just have to make the best of the now, the present. So right now, I'm wet. I'm gonna see what the weather does, and maybe get in some comfy clothes and just chilling here for the night. I got the cabin, might as well enjoy it. So, I'll bring you along. I'm looking forward to a new day. So, good night. I'll see you tomorrow morning.
Oh, my love, you're such a fragile thing, I know. And with the winter comes the ice, the snow, but I'm here to hold. No, my love, don't worry about the cold just yet. The trees haven't started to shed. Just feel the summer sun as it warms our bed. I'm lying, and I'm lying when I say I'm not afraid, but I'm trying to shelter you from pain. And oh, my love, the seasons come and they go, but I hope you know that I won't.
Which is the closest I've ever come to vlogging in public. I am surrounded by people. I will say this has not been the relaxing escape I've been looking for. Let's just say that. Part of me is really shy about doing this, and part of me doesn't give a because I'm never going to see these people again. I made some peanut butter apple oatmeal, which has been my new favorite obsession. Also translates very well to camping food. And I'm gonna find some hikes to do today. That's what I'm gonna do. In my cat and plant mug from Target like 6 years ago, so probably don't sell it anymore, I'm sorry. It's a new day. I'm gonna eat some breakfast, then we're gonna hit the trails, and I'll take you with me. Alright, I've escaped the campground. I am about ready to go on my first little hike of the day. I think it's 5 miles. It's a 5-mile hike. My thoughts on the campground are this. I don't know how to say this without being offensive. I'm a country kid, right? Born and raised. I can admit it. There are people that are born and raised in the city. We act different. I'm not judging. I'm not angry. I'm not angry at all. They're having a great time. I hope they're having a great time. I think I'm just looking for a little more solitude than some people, which is fine. I kind of knew that's what I was getting into with doing this. It's beautiful. Nonetheless, I'm going to enjoy this hike. There's not very many people in this parking lot, which is good. I'm going to get up there early because I know these trails get really crowded here. And we'll see where the day takes us. I'm going to chug this coffee and then I'm going to get going. So far, I've only passed one person. One woman. I never leave out my gentleman, but as I said before, I'm a woman, so I'm gonna fall down this mountain. This isn't a mountain. So since my last adventure, which was only a couple weeks ago, I have decided that I'm gonna get into backpacking. There's hiking, and then there's backpacking. You do hiking when you're backpacking, but they're different. But I feel like it's something I would really enjoy, and something I'm looking into. I'm gonna hike. I'll show you some cool views along the way, if I see it. And today's gonna be a much better day. I can feel it. I can start. The sun's coming out already. need to get a car mount for this camera. Trial and error, right? You guys are coming along for the journey of my trial and error. I just finished the Gorge Rim Trail here at Robert H. Treeman Park in Ithaca, and I think what I'm going to do is make the 40-minute drive to Watkins Glen and do a pretty long hike there, and then call it a day. I think that's what I'm going to do. It's getting kind of crowded. I filmed as much as I could. I wanted to. I don't think I'm going to film on this next hike, and if I do, I'm going to do it on my phone. Just want some solitude. I'm in a weird mood. I think there's just some stuff I need to mentally work through. Yeah, I think I'm going to take a little break from filming, and I will see you guys probably when I get back to camp. We're going to make a fire tonight. We're going to stay up late. I'm just going to chill. This is the most awkward stance of all time. I really need to get a different tripod for this. Just got back from my hike. I did about 5 miles. There are a lot of people here. At one point I found a trail that was less popular, and I took some footage of my phone. I'll pop that in. So my grumpiness has been fixed by 2 things. 1, I had a snack. I get hangry. And 2, I found the only trail in this entire place with nobody on it. I'm a very patient person. I'm a very tolerant person. Some of y'all people gotta learn how to act, though. Just me in the woods. I'm happy now. This was definitely the right choice. Kind of wish I brought my camera now. Overall good. Weather's kind of weird today. It's like 70 something but cloudy, so it's not super hot. I don't really know what I'm gonna get up to now. Gotta do some research. Soundtrack to my camping is Beyonce. That's all I gotta say about that. I'm sitting here reading, trying to enjoy, but good Lord. Coming at you from a Kohl's parking lot, drinking the local Dunkin' coffee. It's 6:30, there are 0 coffee shops open, or I can go to something local. Dropped off my key to the cabin, I was gonna do some hikes, but I think I'm just gonna go home. I'd be lying to you if I said this was the trip I envisioned happening. It just hasn't been. For one reason or another. I'm happy to have gone. I'm happy to see some of the sights I saw and hike. Hiking was the highlight of this trip, for sure. Just really not feeling like myself. I don't really know what that's about, but I'll be fine. I'm gonna eat my breakfast and then drive home. It's a beautiful drive home, so at least I have that to look forward to.